All right, share along. Talking about the 7:15 second date update. First and foremost, happy birthday to Kevin.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Kevin!
you.
43 today.
He was not on the second date though. But Carrie was on there with
Matt.
and Matt was. Let's just say that he is a very detailed and wants to be informed at all times. And Carrie thought it was a little too much.
Yeah, she called him Big Brother.
Big Brother. Here is what we're talking about right now. Trying to help out Matt this morning in the 7:15 second date update. I thought they went to a cool place, Lana.
Oh, yeah, Guy Harvey down on the beach. That's a really fun restaurant to go to. But I like the fact that he said they both were kind of on the same page in their kind of like timing and relationship. Sounds like they both have kids. They just talked a lot about work and kids, and he said they had a great date, and he doesn't really understand. He doesn't understand this whole not texting back thing.
Right. He's never been in this situation before.
Yeah.
So, and I also asked him, listen, man, you've listened to these. That's why you've reached out to us. You know how these work. What's up? There's got to be something.
Yeah.
He goes, no, nothing. And he goes, it ended well. Kevin's got Carrie on hold right now. How much have you told her?
Very little. So,
Very little.
Yeah.
That's how you keep them on hold.
That's correct.
All right, let's try to get her on. Carrie, you there?
Hello, yes.
Hey, Carrie, I know you talked to Kevin. I know this is kind of confusing right now, but we want to talk to you actually on the air, if that's okay with you, about a date you went on with this guy, Matt. Do you remember Matt?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you care if we talk to you just for a couple minutes?
That's fine.
All right. I appreciate it so much. So we want to ask you about Matt. We heard about your guys' date. We know you guys went to Guy Harvey. You guys had a good time there. I asked him if there was anything that stuck out in his head about things that could have gone wrong. But obviously, since he is calling, trying to set up a second date, what's going on, though? You haven't been responding to him.
Oh, well, okay. I'm just still a little surprised that this is happening. But,
Totally get it.
No, we went on that date, and I'll be honest, at the beginning, the conversation was going really well. I really liked him. And then he started checking up on his kids.
That's not a bad thing, though, right?
Well, so he has these kind of older teenage kids, and it wasn't just, texting them to ask how the night's going. He was tracking them through an app on his phone.
Oh, okay. Like a location device thing?
Yeah, so for example, he has a tracker on his son's car, and it tells him where he's going, how fast he's going, and I just don't think that's the way to raise children. I don't like it, but every time I kept trying to change the subject, he would just get a ping on his phone, and he'd go back, and he'd just keep talking about it. I mean, this man was giving me updates about his son going 5 miles over the speed limit. Why is my son in Tampa right now? He didn't tell me he was going to Tampa. Let me text him. And it was too much, But my daughter is almost a teenager herself. And if, something were to happen and a relationship was to move forward, we would hypothetically be a family unit. And I don't want him treating my daughter that way. Not to mention how rude it is that he was on his phone the entire date, checking in on his kids or not.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, too, yeah.
Well, I actually know a mom that does this to her, and it was kind of an interesting app that you
A lot
showed
of
me.
my moms track their kids.
Yeah. Not only that, but like the car thing is pretty wild, too, how they can see the speed limit and
They
all
know
that.
exactly where they're going, when they left. They can see the car driving on the roads on these apps
The
now.
highest speed they hit for the day and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's crazy. All right, well, so Carrie, the big thing is, and I think you just talked about it, it was that, first of all, you thought it was a little overbearing on his part as a parent, and also you thought it was very rude that he was doing this during dinner. Is that the two parts that kind of scared you away?
Yeah, you mean my date with Big Brother? Yes, I thought it was a little much.
All right, so here's the deal, Carrie. We actually have Matt on the phone with us, and we want to talk to him as well and kind of get his side of this.
But he already heard everything you just said.
Of course, tracking this conversation, too.
No, that's good. Actually, a good point. Matt, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Does that sound pretty accurate? I mean, you got one of those trackers on your kid's car?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't trust my kids at all.
You don't trust your kids at all?
Not at all. No, I just need to know where they are.
You said they weren't bad kids. Okay, on the date, he said they had good grades. One was already accepted to college. What don't you trust about them?
Just the fact that they're kids. They can get good grades. Doesn't mean that they're making the right choices. And like I said, if the technology is available, I'm not going to not use it.
I mean, who cares that your son was going 5 miles over the speed limit? I mean, honestly, I went 10 miles over the speed limit on the way to the date because I was running late.
I mean, I think that's like a little bit of an exaggeration. It wasn't 5. Like, he was definitely doing like 15 over. But yeah, if he's speeding, and like I said, I mean, I can see what's going on. I'm going to let him know. I'm going to reach out and say, hey, you need to slow down. Why are you over here? This is not, like, you have no reason to be in this part of town. But yeah, he was in Tampa. Like, what is he doing over there?
Matt, let me ask you a question. You doing this tracker thing, is this a result of an accident he was in or him being irresponsible with the car or getting a speeding ticket?
No, I just, it's just something that, is available and like we can use it. And, yeah, as long as they're living with me, like I want to like make sure that they're doing the right things.
I have friends that use it.
What do you think about Carrie's concern of you guys moving forward and you possibly wanting to do this to her daughter's car when she's driving?
I mean, I would be surprised if she wasn't doing it to her daughter in the first place. I mean, it's your daughter. Are you not aware of the world that we live in? Like, it's pretty wild.
But Carrie, would this be a deal breaker for you? I mean, what if he stayed off his phone the next date? I mean, are you willing to see him again?
Oh, no. All of this reads really controlling to me. I just couldn't be around someone who feels the need to keep tabs on someone they love like that. I find the whole thing very gross. It's just a really big turnoff.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, Matt, you heard what she had to say. I mean, obviously, they're your kids. You can parent the way you want. But it's not going to work out with Carrie. Thanks for coming on today, and I wish you luck, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got it. Carrie, thanks for your time.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, good luck tracking him to college.
Okay. All right, see ya.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
All right, guys.
Thanks.